هلو گایز، چطورید بچه ها؟ فانتومپی هستم و خوش اومدید به یه ویدیوی دیگه. امروز داریم هم بازی یکینگاوری تو بازی کنیم، هم بازی که وقتی آدم بازی میکنه میره تو مخش و حسابی آدم داغون میکنه که مطمئنم همتون هم زیاد در موردش شنیدید. فقط قبل از که بریم سراغ ویدیو مثل همیشه اگر خوشتون اومد حتما لایک کنید، چنلو سابسکرایب کنید، زنگوله بغلش هم فشار بدید و برام کامنت انگلیسی بذارید. همه کامنتاتون رو میخونم، نمیخوام زیاد صحبت کنم، بذارید بریم سراغ ویدیو. خب بچه اینجا ما اومدیم داخل بازی و داریم اینجا بازی میکنیم. ما اومدیم بیرون از قابلمه زمریم. اینجور که شنیدم یه بازی خیلی راحتیه 100%. برو بالاش. خیلی راحته واقعا. ای خدا برو. اینجوری نمیشه حرکت زد. چرا جونم من برو بالا. از سادگی زیاد همین اول بازی ما گیر کردیم. بیالا ماره
There's no feeling more intense than starting over. If you deleted your homework the day before it was due, as I have, or if you left your wallet at home and you have to go back after spending an hour in the commute. You put all your winnings on red and came up flat. If you got your best shirt dry cleaned before a wedding and then immediately dropped food on it. If you won an argument with a friend and then later discovered that they just returned to their original. Starting over is harder than starting up. If you're not ready for that, like if you've already had a bad day, then what you're about to go through might be too much. Feel free to go away and come back.
مرسی خدا.
Alright, thanks for coming with me on this trip.
I'll
understand if you have to take a break. Just find a safe place to stop and quit the game. And don't worry, I'll save your progress always. Even your mistakes. This game is a homage to a free game that came out in 2002, Sexy Hiking. The author of that game was Jazzo, a mysterious Czech designer who was known at the time as the father of B games. And B games are rough assemblages of found objects. Designers slap them together very quickly and freely, and they're often too rough and unfriendly to gain much of a following. They're built more for the joy of building them than as polished products. In a certain way, Sexy Hiking is the perfect embodiment of a B game. It's built almost entirely out of found and recycled parts, and it's one of the most unusual and unfriendly games of its time. In it, your task is simply to drag yourself up a mountain with a hammer. That act of climbing, in the digital world or in real life, has certain essential properties that give the game its flavor. No amount of forward progress is guaranteed. Some cliffs are too sheer or too slippery, and the player is constantly, unremittingly in danger of falling and losing everything. Anyway, when you start Sexy Hiking, you're standing next to this dead tree that blocks the way to the entire rest of the game.
2,000 years later.
The obstacles in Sexy Hiking are unyielding, and that makes the game uniquely frustrating. But I'm not sure Jazzo intended to make a frustrating game. The frustration is just essential to the act of climbing, and it's authentic to the process of building a game about it. A funny thing happened to me as I was building this game. I'd have an idea for a new obstacle, and I'd build it, test it, and it would usually turn out to be unreasonably hard. But I couldn't bring myself to make it easier. It already felt like my inability to get past the new obstacle was my fault as a player rather than as a builder. Imaginary mountains build themselves from our efforts to climb them, and it's our repeated attempts to reach the summit that turns those mountains into something real.
خوبه.
حالا خوبه. نیف ارواح خاک اومد یا بی ما رو بیار پایین. دمت گرم. پس والکه یس. صورت خیلی ساده ای داریم رد میکنیم.
When you're building a video game world, you're building with ideas. And that can be like working with quickset cement. You mold your ideas into a certain shape that can be played with. And in the process of playing with them, they begin to harden and set until they're immutable, like rock. And at that point, you can't change the world. Not without breaking it into pieces and starting fresh with new ideas.
آقا فکر کنم اینجا باید بپریم و این لامپا بگیریم. من نمیدونم چرا نمیره. عجب خریه. بیا برو. این یه تیکه لامپه رو بتونیم بگیریم فکر کنم. آی وای. جون مادر اینقدر ما رو اذیت نکن. آخه این درسته.
خیلی درسته خدایی.
بابا حالا چرا یعنی اینقدر سخت گذاشتن اینجا؟ برو بالا. بابا وای 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 غلط. شد نرفتیم. وای 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 وای.
Seven hours later.
آقا این واقعا نمیشه. نگاه برو بالا. همینجوری ادامه. پت افتادیم پارکه. وای 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 وای. بابا برو بالا.
Oh, 24 hours later.
خب بچه این بود از این ویدیو. مرسی که تا اینجا ویدیو رو من همراه بودید. واقعا بازیش خیلی اعصاب من داغون کرده الان، طوری که دوست دارم یه مشت بکوبم تو این کیبورد رو از بین ببرمش. اگه شما دوست داشته باشید میتونید پارت دومش رو داشته باشیم. پس اگه دوست داشتید حتما توی کامنت ها برام بنویسید. مرسی، گود بای.